Today, some people have the day off. It's important, though, for us to remember what Veterans Day is truly all about.
Local 12 reporter Jeff Hirsch and photographer Ed Burkholder show us that meaning for one of our few remaining veterans of World War II.
He remembers when he went over.
We landed in England in January the 5th, 1943.
He remembers when it was over.
When the war ended, we were ready to go into Prague, Czechoslovakia.
And he remembers so much more.
4 years, 2 months, and 11 days I was in the service.
You remember every one of them, right?
I remember every one.
Which is a lot to remember for a long, long time.
Oh, he's amazing. He's 99 years old.
That's my division.
Staff Sergeant Howard Halcomb, U.S. Army retired, has a garage in South Lebanon, which is basically a military museum of his life.
Is that your unit right there?
That's my basic training.
Okay.
And I'm right at the top.
Overseas, Halcomb was a mechanic who kept the tanks moving for one of America's toughest generals.
Is that Patton?
Our troops, they liked him because they wanted to go in there and hit them and keep going. And that's what Patton pushed.
The memorabilia goes back generations. Pictures, medals including the Bronze Star for Valor, a citation from the President of France. And of course, the 75-year-old uniform which still fits and which Howard Halcomb proudly wears in a Veterans Day parade at J.F. Burns Elementary School in Deerfield Township. Veterans walking down hallways lined with the school's 750 students and their teachers.
Hey, I gotta give you a hug.
Thank you.
We have veterans from 18 years old to my dad, who's 99.
Gwen Houston is Howard Halcomb's daughter. She's also librarian at J.F. Burns and one of the organizers of the unique Veterans Day tribute, which started humbly a dozen years ago, Howard Halcomb and 2 others.
So there were 3 GIs in that first parade.
Which has kept growing and growing. This year, more than 100. It's for the veterans, yes, but also...
It's for the children. That's right. And they appreciate it. You could see it in their face.
I think we should do it because then we can tell the veterans, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
One person not here, Halcomb's late wife, Rosanna, his bride for 72 years. They met in high school in Kentucky and got married right before Halcomb's unit was sent overseas.
I dreamed about her. I've dreamed if I did get married, that I'd never come back from the war.
Halcomb did come back, of course, but kept the horrors bottled up for years.
He didn't even talk about the war until the last 20 years. We weren't allowed to talk about it growing up. I think he saw too much and did too much.
We were in one big battle, period.
Normandy, the Battle of the Bulge, and the horrors of the Holocaust. Halcomb's unit helped liberate the Order concentration camp.
It's hard to explain just what you saw. Outside that door, there were people stacked up like cordwood. You can't forget it. Impossible.
But now, Howard Halcomb will talk about the war. The parade is a big reason why. He's a walking history book, walking through halls full of children who give him a hero's welcome and remind him what those 4 years, 2 months, and 11 days in the service really meant.
I tell you, not many people love their country like I do, and I'm very proud of it. Yeah, very proud.
Thank you for your service.
Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
Well, what a tough generation.
Yeah.
And indeed, thank you for your service to you, sir, and all of the veterans in that parade today and everywhere.
Yeah, what a story that
Wasn't
was.
that a great story?
It gave me goosebumps,
I know,
Rob,
and
to be
I
honest.
loved watching it. We'll watch